Wow, such a long time.
Oh,
That's it.
feeling myself. Oh my god.
Oh, okay. I know
Feeling myself. Hey guys, you're welcome to a channel. See, my glory is shining, it's blinding. See my face, oh blame, ma.
So
It's so good to be here. Happy New Year.
it's so long.
Yeah, it's been a while.
This is our first video this year actually.
Yeah.
Kai, a month. It's well low. The whole month. Nothing.
Is it
I mean the year.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
The past has gone, so I can't say 1 month. Guys, it's so good to be here today. Happy New Year, Happy New Month, Happy Valentine, Happy boy.
That's right. It's Valentine period.
Yeah, so it's good to be here again, and today we are coming with one of a very interesting topic that I've tried on social media for a while now, and the question is, and the topic is actually about the fact if the man is has the sole responsibility of taking care of the home. You understand? People say that the man is the provider, you cannot provide for the family.
It's worse than infidel.
Oh my god. We call that scripture a lot. So when I want to ask, I want to just discuss it. Who has the responsibility? Like, it's the woman's money. Is it for eating, to enjoy herself?
Is it for flexing?
For flexing and all. Because many people said, me, my own man is the one that take care of it. Me, I'm the one that man the home. So everybody take that responsibility. So what do you think about it?
If it is the man's sole responsibility to provide, there's no straight answer. But then when it comes to finances, I think a man should not be idle. A man should not be lazy.
That's not the question.
Wait,
The question,
I'm
okay.
coming now. I'm coming.
Okay.
A man should not. I said it's not a straightforward answer. A man should not be idle. A man should not be lazy. A man should be up and doing, right? It doesn't even mean if the wife is working or not. The wife may not even be working, but the man should not be idle.
Why must it be the man?
Now, why must it
Be the man.
No, I'm talking about the man for
now.
now.
Because normally I feel like you say that nobody should be idle, nobody should. But why you say emphasize on the man?
The subject of the conversation is man.
It's not man. It's like who should be the one to take care of the family.
Okay, so I'm looking at it from the perspective of man right now. Man is the subject of the conversation on social media now. The man should be the one to provide. That's what they are saying.
Okay.
I'm saying that I'm speaking to that particular narrative that a man should not be idle. But now, taking it further, I don't believe the man should be the only source of income in the home.
Okay.
I don't believe that. I believe, I mean, we've had this channel for 2 or 3 years, almost 3 years. And everybody here understands our perspective about marriage. That it is partnership that God has ordained. So if it's partnership, nothing should be one-sided. And then we have discussed about roles, Abi, that I don't believe that there is any specific role that is permanently meant for one person. It's about strength. So if you're a photographer, if I'm a school teacher, you'll be able to earn more than me. Do you understand what I'm saying? If I'm a primary school teacher, you will earn more than me. But does that relegate me from my position as a man in the home? It should not. It should not. I mean, I'm looking at a reasonable. It should not. Sure, you get. Does it make me less of a leader in my home? No. But should I be idle? No. That's his perspective. That's where I'm looking at it from. It doesn't matter how little or how insignificant in quote what I do is, but I cannot be found idle. Now, there are so many sides to it, but we don't have the time. Sure, you get. But for one singular reason, that your children are looking up to you. Let's even leave the wife out of the equation. For a man, I'm talking about, you know.
But you don't have to know who is providing. There are many times that children collect money, you don't even know who is providing.
But when they wake up and daddy is chewing stick, and mommy is hustling, but they don't have to know where.
But can the woman be chewing stick while the father is hustling and bustling?
I don't believe it should be like that. But then, there are situations where there's an agreement that this is who will decide, stay home, take care of the children. See, the truth is that if there's something wrong if it is the man. that decides to stay at home and take care of the children. But then when you want to look at things and you look at it from the perspective of the society you are, me, I will not do it. Yes.
Why?
It's not my nature, not because I think it's wrong. Do you get it? It's not just my nature. And this does not mean, there's a situation where you travel and I have to stay at home with Valor. I think it happened once. Is it once? Twice, right? I stay at home with Valor. I had to make adjustment to work schedule. Those things will happen. Understanding. Sure, you get. So I don't believe the man should be the sole provider. It happens. So there is no strict rule, but the cocoa there. That's why I said that I think one thing we can lay our hands on that should be a principle is that a man should not be lazy. A man, male. Now, but when we say man many times, people for sometimes maybe people have forgotten or people just have lost touch with grammar. Man is human. Do you get the capital letter M? It's man and it's male and female. She gets so context sometimes can misplace meanings of words. So that's my perspective to it. I don't think it's a straightforward thing.
I've heard them Jackie Perry say this, that from wherever money can, first of all, money or wealth is a gift from God, and it can come through any person in the family. Like you said, now if our professions, there are some professions that are in high demand. So if your wife is somebody who is doing something that's in high demand, it's just normal that the money that will come through her will be more than somebody else who doing something that's not as in high demand as she is. You understand? So we should see everything that is coming. Oh, this money that came in is a gift from God. Is our money. It came through this person. Yes, like if you see it as that, you won't be a fight. Oh, she will be the one to take care of the family. She will be the one to take care of the family. This money has come in. God has made sure that this money has come. It's a provision from God. We have, this is our money, and we'll talk about how to delegate this money to do something,
do things in
the family. And that's how it should be. It should not be that the way to, because there's sometimes where a man is hardworking, he wants to work. Look at the testimony of that man. For 7 years, he didn't get
his job was off because of certain economic situations. And the wife was the one doing literally everything. The house, I don't know. It's crazy, man. But then,
so it happens like that, and for some reasons, maybe biological reasons, the female man may not have all the energy to do everything as because of biology. She has a baby, she's pregnant, she's having to take care of children.
Or she just doesn't have the physical strength.
Or she doesn't have the physical strength to do all of those things. So many times the woman is usually taking the back seat. And it's not even now that there are women who are full-time housewives and they are making money. That their husband goes to work 9 to 5.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
There are people who are there's this lady on YouTube, Nelly, who is a YouTuber making money. She has 3 children, her husband works, and she's making so much money, you understand, on YouTube and some other things, and she's a full-time mom, you understand? So every avenue, and if everybody sees it like that this is a partnership. First of all, the other person will be thinking, oh, let me not burden this person with unnecessary things, and let me think of how to make money in every estate that I am in. Now that I'm sitting at home, and when the baby children are sleeping, maybe I can just find out something that I can do, you understand? So it should be a partnership. You see it as God has come into this hole. He's bringing money to this person, and so for sometimes you may have to take the money of one person to invest in another person to get into a better career.
Yes.
You feel that this person is making so much. This person is making so much money here. This person is not making money. Can we take the money from here and invest in this person to make? If we see it as partnership, there will not need for all this
plenty arguments,
quarreling and arguments, and people say, okay, I married because I was experiencing someone. The person was like, this is how it should be, but that's not how it should be. There are many people, there are many men that are not okay. So if you are married and you are facing a situation where one partner is not sincere, using the money to build house, that's another situation on its own. But if you are just planning to get married, make it a priority that the person you are getting married to sees marriage as this. You are sharing saliva, sharing sperm, sharing everything. It's now money that you don't want to share. I don't know. Some people say they cannot tell their spouses their salary. Like, what is in money? I feel that before we get married, God should take us to a process where we learn how to lose grip of money. It's just money. It's just money. You can have it today, you cannot have it, you may not have it tomorrow. The job that you are taking seriously, you may lose it tomorrow. The business that you have can run down tomorrow. You understand? We should go through the process of not having so much grip on money. Say, this is the money. We should learn accountability. You understand? Okay, for example, you have a spouse who is wasteful, and all these are issues that you can sit down and talk about. Say,
you have to deal with them.
This is what we are
battling with.
No, this is what we are going to spend for the month. Nobody's exceeding this. You understand? There are ways to go about it. Of course, people have SSCs. Not everybody can learn how to keep money. Like analog said, like he was abusing me this afternoon that I bought some things online. He'd see the alert on his phone.
She links my card to everything. Her iTunes, her iCloud. I don't be collecting alert once I see it, this is Tolu. So even if someone is stealing my money, I cannot know because I think it's my wife. Voila.
Oh my God. So they must you have to so you guys sit down together and say God. I say God. You have to sit down together and say these are the measures we put in place. But that should be the foundation that this money is our money. So you expect the other person, if you spend all this money on shoes and bags, you will drink Gary.
Yes.
Sure, you know your children will not go to school and all that.
Addressing where these conversations are coming from, right? These things are common on social media. Hey, my man must take care of me. It's not man enough if he can't take care of me. And the same people insult patriarchy. Do you understand what I'm saying?
You're not ready now. You're not ready for equality.
And you understand what I'm saying? And then the thing is, I am proud to be a man. I'm proud of my patriarchy. We have misplaced the true meaning of patriarchy. Patriarchy is not toxic. Whereas feminism or femininity is not toxic too. Be proud in your skin as a feminine individual. I'm proud of my masculinity. If I have a son, I would train him to understand how to utilize his masculinity in the way God designed. God is not a failure.
True.
You understand? So we are saying, my man, and there are some men too. My wife must not do anything.
So I must take care of her. No, it's common among the Igbo tribes where Nami go take care of the woman. She's not supposed to do anything. I remember one time I was traveling and I met one guy. And I told him, where was that? I think he was going to Dubai or something. So I told him I was going for a shoot, and he said, hey, you're walking up and down, you're a female. Why are you traveling across country when you can sit down at home? They're supposed to be taking care of you now. You're not supposed to be traveling anywhere. You know, so that idea he's an Igbo guy that's supposed to take care of you. Yeah. So that's another extreme
to it. Yeah. I think that thing is actually a problem to the woman.
Yeah.
In the question, because you are not empowering her. There's no capacity. If anything happens to you,
and many times when they die, the little things that the man has even packed, the family comes to they pack it away.
Or the woman even misuse it because she doesn't even understand.
Most times they pack it away because it's the man's own. It's actually the man's own. Literally, he embraces in his name and everything, and the woman does not have anything to fall back to.
And she may not even be his next of kin.
It may not. She may not be.
So please see all these things. It's not just about you. The other individual must be useless. So that is on one side. So. Where this commercial is coming from, that's where I was going to. Many times it's coming from number one, laziness on the part of the ladies that say all these things. Laziness. You have nothing to offer in this life. You're looking for someone that will feed you mouth, and then see whoever feeds you, and you're not be ready to submit. And what I mean submit, be ready to worship the person. When the person now start demanding things, men has come, authoritative, you're too possessive. Are you not possessive of his
money?
On his money. So we must have sense. So the way God created us, He created us different, giving us different superpowers. Sure, you get? It means that you have a role to play. This is not even about let's share 50-50. No. Play your role. As a human being, you have God gave you brain for a reason. No, don't be a useless person.
Like you come to this world like this, because after you now get married, you take care of yourself. When you are single, you take care of yourself, pay your rent and everything. So you now get married, you now discover that I've entered the place of my rest, where I have to sit down, where someone will start taking care of me. So
so that's one way to look at it. And then number two, is so that people have seen bad experiences or have had bad experiences. And I used to say this thing, all of us have bad experiences. So
true.
See, I was telling Tolu a few days ago that I know people that came from bad homes and have good homes today because they saw what they did not want to replicate. And there are people like me too that came out from a very good home, and I saw what I should replicate. All of us have sense. God gave us brain. We know what is good and we know what is right. Two people from the same bad home, you see they make different choices. One will say, I don't like this. Now I know what I should not do. Now I've seen what I don't want. The other person goes all about claiming victim. See, eventually, you make terrible choices, and then the consequences of your choices will be alone on you, not on the people that did bad. I don't know if you get the context.
Yeah.
So people will say, men are this. Oh, no, my friend, her husband did this. Her friend, her husband. How does that affect your own marriage, your future marriage? How should that affect you? So I think ultimately, there are bad experiences. I've had bad experiences in relationships, terrible ones that you that you find yourself praying that God, I don't want. You praying about certain things, but then it's a statement of yes, I've seen this, I've experienced, I know how it feels. I'm not going to go there. Shake it. So I think those are the issues we need to address. And then there are some people too that I watch them too. That it is the bad marriage examples. It is the men that are useless to themselves, that are mirrors and examples to them.
So they make
why are men exactly? Why are men like this? But your father is at home. He's the best man ever. You hardly talk about it. Me, it's not as if I don't see these stories, but my father is there. He's a great man. My mom is blessed and lucky to have him in her life. I have friends that have good marriages. I have my pastor, Pastor Motosho, is a good man, right? To a good woman. He's a good husband to a good woman. Those are examples. There are enough examples to me. The multitude out there, they are just because, among the 12 disciples, there was one Judas. So why would I expect? I'm not going to capitalize on Judas. If Jesus capitalized on the behavior of that individual, he will miss the big points. So it doesn't make sense to minor on major things and major on minor things. I'm having a dick already. So that's it. I don't know why I got to that point, but I think these are the things we need to address.
And I'm not going to it is the fact that because I saw someone writing on social media that if your wife is making more money than you, like 3 times of your salary, it's best to, or for example, if there are different locations, it's best to move from that.
Join the woman, Abi?
Join the woman instead of moving with it. And even though it sounds logical, it's cool, it's nice. I just remember the example that Pastor gave in church today. His wife recently became a doctor. So he gave the example, he said, he gave testimony that when they just got married, he was here, a lecturer in Barton here. His wife, she's a petroleum engineer. She was working on shore, and she was making much more salary than him. And they said they did that for like 1 year. She was not living. She was working in Port Harcourt. He was here in Barton, and he did that for. She did that for 1 year. After they're like, this is that we're doing doesn't mean just come to Barton. Don't worry, God will take care of you and all of those things. And it's the right thing to do. And she said it was not easy because people were like, what is she coming to do? What is the petroleum engineer coming to do in Barton? Which one? And she came down. Now she's a doctor. You understand? That's just one story. The story of my parents too. My mom also had this very good job when she was working, but when my daddy became a missionary in Scripture Union, my dad had to move to Makurdi, and my mom had to leave the job. My daddy's job was, I don't even know, he cut his salary to 50. There was only like a missionary, there was nothing. But she joined him. And I just came to me that you cannot just make rules by saying, because the woman is making it, you don't just move because of money. You don't just move, we don't just move. One of the ways to know what to do, movement decisions to make in the marriage, what is the goal of this marriage? You understand?
Yeah.
What is this goal? Where are we going to? There are some decisions that we will make. There are some doors that open to us and we're like, no, this door is not our own because does not align with the purpose of this union. You understand? Yes. So it's not just think things in terms of money and who is gaining upper hand, who is doing this. Someone that says is cheating because a natural person will say, the husband is not nice. How can you say she leave their petroleum job and come to Barton?
It's insecure.
He's insecure. She wants to make money and all of those things. No, she's not a doctor. Even if she's not, like my mom, like my parents now, it's not that of course my mom eventually got a better job and all of that. It does not end like that for everybody. Sometimes you may not have a better life than the life you live. You may never have it till you die. But the fact is that you have fulfilled purpose according to God. So as believers, we should not be about the person that's making the most money is where we move to. So when we move to a best place, where that should not be what determines where we move to and where we don't move to.
It embarrasses me when Christians, believers, join in that conversation and trying to explain everything with logic.
Yeah.
The biggest problem with us is that we're trying to solve every problem. And the thing is, we are men, we are deeply flawed. Our peak point of intelligence is foolishness. So why would you want to solve everything with logic? When the fact that even two marriages are not the same. So that man or that woman or the couple, they made a decision and you're looking at it from a logical, you don't know the dealings of God with them. The problem with us is that we think for ourselves. We don't ask, we don't see God's face. What is God saying about this marriage? Like what Pastor said, they know specifically what God wants them to do. And it's his job as a man to lead. And the man that has submits to God, right, we make the right decision. Sure you get. So it is foolish actually to try to explain these things by logic. Is money now supposed to be the money that can stop tomorrow? Like
the job that you won't take, the way they employ you, they can chase you away tomorrow.
Yes, now the company can fold up.
It's not that deep. Like we should not just think about. We should not look at things in terms of now.
Now
look at the future. What is God saying?
What is God saying?
What is God saying? Yeah. What is the purpose of this thing? Some openings. Maybe when my daddy took up the job at Scripture Union, it was not so long when he was in Makoji. They sent letter from our hometown that he's the next person to be king and all of those things. And that's a sweet opening. Imagine for life, your children are still, and it's first class or back. It's not all these they will bring you government or everything. There's everything, but he knows that I've been called into ministry. Co-align. He not align together. He knows it not align. It does not align. So there's things that you even pray for. Just like this does not align. You understand? And that's how it should be before you even get married. What has God called me for? What is God's purpose? If you know you are being called into ministry as a female, you know that the person you're going to get married to, someone that is what is correct
and can align to
So all those are things we look at. We should not be fighting over things that has no meaning. God is the one that provides. It's God that sends help. It's God that sends money. He's the one that brings opportunity or brings jobs to
exactly
you. And he can send you through any of the two parties. There's some for many couples they are different. There's some jobs, there's some openings that will open that have to come through one particular person. You will not be able to do it. Instead of you to now partner with the person and say, God has shown us mercy, you will not be there's some people that are even jealous of their spouse. They're jealous of your husband, and jealous of your wife. Money that is supposed to be collecting, that you should be spending, you should be easy to eat, you will not be jealous and say, why not me, God?
Where many people get it wrong many times is that Christians, we are believers here. Is that they try to explain God they try to explain God or make decisions from a God perspective, but putting their own feelings and desires ahead. You get the perspective, Abi? You want to get married, all of these things are not important. Is it going to church? Yes. Is it fire branded? Yes. But purpose in what is God saying? What did God tell you about yourself? Then what did God tell you about the person you will get married to? I was telling my mom yesterday, Mom, do you know that where we are today, where I am today, I had known it many, many years ago. She said she knows. She now told me a story of when I was driving and she told me I used to tell her. She mentioned specific things that we do now and stages. And she mentioned, I'm talking about 5, 7, 10, 11, 15 years ago. The specific things I mentioned that she wrote down and noted. She's like, she knew. She said then when I used to say those things, she knew them, but she just let it be. She said so. She told me yesterday that I know that you have foresight and it's just not ordinary, it's a gift. She gets. So, and when we're going to get married, I think I've told this story before, how I approached her and I was asking specific questions to understand, do we align? Because I know, I am sure of where God is taking me. I know what God is saying about me. Then one must get married to, even if it's God that is showing me, I need to confirm God, show a line. I think that's where we miss it. And once you miss it, everything becomes logic.
You now start using logic
to explain true. So we are not. It's not intelligence. It is God. There's nothing we are doing that is. It's God. God says jump, we jump. God says, oh yeah, fold, you fold. So it looks like it's perfect. It's not perfect. It's God that is. And if you allow God, all these conversations about who should bath the baby, who should cook, all those things will not be a problem. Not because we are perfect though.
No.
It is because God is the author of the relationship. So there's no it is easy for you to compromise. It will be easy for you to make sacrifice. It will be easy for you to serve.
Because marriage is actually there for service.
Yes, now
You are there for service because you cannot really for a woman that carries a child for 9 months and goes through labor. How would a woman compensate? How do you compensate for it? How do you now say, okay, the man is not the one provider, the one giving? How do you put it side by side? You can't. God has given everybody their responsibility. Do it well as much as you can do. The ones you can do, serve. You understand? And the Bible says that we are not just doing this to your spouse, we are doing it unto the Lord. We are doing it unto God, and God, who is the just judge, will judge.
There's this comedian, a female comedian, that playfully said something on Instagram. And I knew she's serious, but she's doing it in a very funny way. That God is the author of marriage. Marriage is not a bad thing. Now they do and bad. I don't know if you know this warrior coming. I've forgotten.
Okay, warrior rebel.
Something like that. Do you get? And she's profound. God is not a failure. He doesn't do bad stuff. I mean, for an entity like God to create this planet and all the other planetary bodies, can he make mistakes? So we are the ones that we should ask ourselves: why have we allowed logic, bad examples, and the world to be our standards? It is bad though. It is bad. I see believers. I see them, both male and female. It is the bad news. It is the celebrity scandal. That is the standard. So where's love now? Where's love?
Who have good marriage now?
Yeah, who have good marriage?
Marriage is not.
You cannot see me.
It's a marriage is oh my God. Do not write one marriage and say, this is what we are saying. To even get married, I'm even scared. I'm like,
and to think about it, there are unbelievers that have very sound marriages. There are principles to this, but you people will still not see them.
No, you won't.
In fact, they are looking at. In fact, I won't be sure that they look at these ones. We will soon hear their scandal. Even the good ones, you are doubting it.
It's true.
So
there's something on that.
What hope?
They are not saying. They are pretending. Look at how you do. Look at it. That means
so
you are fighting.
exactly. So what hope? What hope do you now have? I know you desire to have good marriage, but you can't picture it. Then how do you have it?
Because
there's no
what
hope.
you imagine is most likely what you get. You know?
So I don't believe the man must be the breadwinner, right? But I believe that the man must not be idle. You cannot see. It's a principle. You cannot lead while you sit and watch. Leaders do, and others. I locked it. It's valor. Don't allow to enter.
It's not valor.
Okay, I locked it. We have to open it.
Open it now. You're closer to the
Mike.
Oh, okay.
So, if a man is the leader of the home, he can't be seated idle doing nothing. So, yes, I think we have to.
Yeah, I think we're done.
So,
guys, what do you think about this? Is it whatever you think about it? Shall give your review, comment below.
Yep.
It's good to be back. We would be regular this time, by God.
Yeah, we are working towards it.
We have changed. So see you guys next week. Thank you so much for watching this.
Have a great.
Do not forget to subscribe, share, like, and comment. What do you think? What's your opinion about who should finance
the home, and what's the role of the man when it comes to finances?
Love you. See ya.
Enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.